tests, you find out other possible reasons for this gentleman not having sperm are all okay. The hormone tests are fine. We do a scan, we find the testicles are in the right place. The hormone levels are fine, but how come he's not having, we don't have any sperm? So what we normally do, we tell them, okay, after having an orgasm, go and give us urine. So when we check in the urine, you actually find their sperms there. Now, there are also other reasons as well of environmental reasons, for example. The foods that we eat, the food production, there are a lot of insecticides, herbicides and pesticides which are being used, and some of these actually get into the food chain, as it were, and they end up on our table. Not to mention diseases. There are also many diseases. For example, high blood pressure. You have diabetes as well. They do contribute to these. Some of the medications that we take can also be contributory to that. Something which is not really anecdotal, but it is also something which gentlemen should also take very seriously, is when we go to the gym, we want to build the muscles and we want to impress our ladies and so on. And then we also take steroids, anabolic steroids. So we take testosterone. Of course, they will tell you, no, we are not taking any, but in some of those products that they take, there could be some testosterone there. And what happens is that when we ingest testosterone, and testosterone is being produced by the body itself, there is what we call a negative feedback. When there is excess of any hormone, the brain switches it off. So it reduces it. So when it switches it off, what happens is that, yes, the muscles will grow, but then down there, things will be completely different. So you find that the testicles will start becoming smaller, and the manhood can also be smaller, and so on. So in as much as you are very impressive on this side, on the other side, things may not be very impressive.
Okay. We hear a lot of things online that people who go to the gym sometimes are not good at these things.
Thank you.
But that's beside the point. Where does subfertility now come in, and how do you as doctors now categorize this aspect of fertility? What do you do to ascertain that this is subfertility and this is infertility? And subfertility, if you're talking about does it mean that it's something that can be controlled, can be treated? There are preventions that can be taken to ensure that he's able to produce enough sperms to get the lady pregnant?
Now, most of the time, actually, these terms are used interchangeably. Infertility and subfertility. But if you're to say, sensu stricto, we say infertility, meaning there is inability completely. You cannot produce sperm, for example. You are born with congenital absence of the vas deferens, for example, and so on. That is a completely different ballgame from subfertility. It means that in the subfertility in men, there is an element of the sperms are there, but they may not be what we would like them to be. For example, when we talk about subfertility in men, and one of the reasons of infertility or subfertility in men is the quality of the sperm. What do we look for, or what do we look at? When we tell gentlemen, go and give us a sperm sample, and usually this is done by using masturbation, by the way, and men.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right.
I can see you're shocked.
Yes, every day is a learning day.
It's a learning day, yeah. Gentlemen find it very difficult sometimes because we advise that they do it in a clinic where a lab is next door. So they give a sample and it straight away goes to the lab. Again, you see some of the labs that most of the time when you go to the clinic, you find the room where you're supposed to give this sample. There'll be movement out here, people walking, and this psychological can affect the gentleman. Gentlemen, we are weak beings, if I can put it that way.
Well, once somebody has admitted that.
We are affected by